All right, thank you so much for joining us on a very special edition of Lunch Out Loud Ottawa. My name is Nick Bachuski. Andrew Miller is going to be back next week with us. I'm very excited for that. But I'm very excited to have assembled one of the best musical reviewer, blogger, ensembles, 4 people when we have Matthias back, that I really look up to when I'm listening to, or I want to learn about new bands in Ottawa, or that introduce great local acts, and they're very passionate about music, and that's what I'm all about, is passion and making people love music and local music. So, without any further ado, I'm going to explain how this episode will go. We're going to play 5 tracks from each of us that will be playing in Ottawa festivals this summer, and we can talk a little bit about why we chose that song. And then we're going to go through Westfest, Ottawa Explosion, the Dragonboat Festival, Ottawa Jazz Festival, Ottawa Bluesfest, Arboretum, and if we have enough time, touch on City Folk, which tickets just went on sale this morning at 10 a.m. for only $99, so that's a steal of a deal. So without further ado, just one moment, and we're going to listen to one song first and be right back. That song was Cumin off of the Acorns' new album, Vieux Loup. I hope I got that right, Rolf. And so he will be playing by himself, but most likely with Adam Cycli at Westfest that we had Elena on a couple weeks ago talking about Westfest. And that is quickly approaching, not this weekend, but the next weekend. So the venue for Westfest will be outside of the Clock Tower at Westboro. Music will start 4:30 p.m. on Saturday until 10:30 p.m. 11 a.m. on the Sunday with a tam-tam, so that's always fun, so we can bring some Montreal artists out, until 9:30. And so we're going to talk about each of these festivals. Each one of us will let you know kind of who we're excited for overall, and maybe some local bands that we want people to pay attention to and shout out. So to my left we have Ming Wu, and Ming you'll see him at every single show. He hosts a weekly radio show that is excellent. Mondays at 3:30?
No, 3 to 5.
3 to 5
on CHUO.
On CHUO, no filter. If you love listening to new music, you definitely want to tune into this show, because Ming is obsessed with getting what's new out to the public of Ottawa, and it doesn't matter if they're local or away, but it's an amazing show. And he also puts it on SoundCloud, so you can listen to Mixcloud, so you can listen to after. Thank you, Ming. So Ming, what do you think about Westfest?
It's a decent lineup this year. The only act I would see is the Acorn.
The Acorn on Sunday?
Yeah,
I have that for sure. So that's good for that. And we have Julie. And Julie are you the editor for
Couch Assassin?
Couch Assassin. So the Couch Assassin's an excellent musical and all kinds of things local that you can definitely catch up on. Interviews with bands, videos, they have everything supporting local, so it's awesome. Events.
That's right.
So, and you go to every festival as well, so.
I try to, at least. There's lots happening in Ottawa, so it's hard to keep up, but I definitely try to get out there and go support local acts. And
absolutely. And so what do you think about Westfest?
I think it's a great community event. In terms of this year's lineup, I'm definitely excited to see Sarah Harmer again. She's a really great Canadian artist, and she's a great performer as well.
Where have you seen her in the past?
I'm pretty sure I've seen her at Westfest before, if I'm not mistaken. Also, there's something new at Westfest this year, which is like it's called Westfest Lit. So it's a literary event. So it's an adults-only literary event. So they have local spoken word artists and other kinds of artists coming together and doing a fun little sexy
I do one of Sylvie Hill.
performance.
Sylvie Hill will be hosting it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's for 6 to 7 p.m. on the Saturday.
So I think
The
that'll
Parlement. Yeah,
that'll
that's
be
going to be
fun.
interesting.
Yeah,
So
something
Sarah
new this
Harmer
year.
for you. Excellent.
Yeah.
And next we have Peter Simpson, who you read on a daily basis for the Ottawa Citizen. I don't know if it's daily. It should be daily if it's not. And I've seen Peter at all kinds of music events. He has a true passion for what he does. And so we're really excited to have you on. Thank you so much for coming, Peter.
Thanks for having me.
We love your expert opinion. And what do you think about Westfest?
I think, one thing I like most about Westfest is just sort of walking up and down the street. There's a real neighborhood feel to it. It's almost like a block party kind of thing, even though I don't live in that neighborhood. You feel like you're part of it. Music, the lineup, I think that adults-only spoken word thing, it's been curated by Sylvie Hill as well as hosted, so it's sure to be risque, and I'm really hoping it pisses some people off. I'm really hoping it offends some people,
I hope she's trying to do that as well.
No doubt, yeah.
And what about for music? Who are you looking forward to see?
The high point for me would definitely be Lynn Miles. It's billed as Lynn Miles' Friends. I don't really know who the friends are yet, but she's got lots of very talented musical friends. And she's, Lynn Miles, she's won a Juno Award. She's, I don't know how many albums she even has out now, but she's just so consistently good. Songs like Fearless Heart or Unravel. She's really very much from the Lucinda Williams kind of sound, and I would highly recommend that show.
And that's 9:30 on. Is it 9:15?
Sunday night, I think.
Sunday.
Yeah, I didn't bring a schedule. So.
Sunday at 6 or at 8:30. Then she's closing out the Sunday then part.
Yeah. He's a headliner. Yeah.
Yeah. So Westfest, I'm looking forward to seeing like where you can sit on the patios. I think that's going to be an excellent view, because the festival this year is not behind the the superstore anymore. So that's going to be interesting, taking back to the streets. I saw Chris and Dee at the media preview, and I'm excited to see what else they can do, because just one song was very, very good. So talented guitarist. Craig Cardiff's always amazing, and especially because he's from around that area. I think there's going to be a ton of people that will come out for that. Southern Mud, an awesome local band as well, and the Acorn on Sunday. And I'm interested to see Lynn Miles and Sarah Harmer, because I've never seen them before, but I trust Elena with anything, because I love what she can do, and she's been doing this for 30 years, booking it back, so she knows exactly what she's doing.
Well, she is Westfest really pretty well. I wouldn't do no Westfest without her.
No.
She's done a hell of a job.
Incredible job. All right, so that is it for Westfest, and we're going to take one quick break and listen to one more song for our next festival. We'll be right back. All right, so that was Big Dick with Medic, and it's a very funny name, but it's a really good name. They'll also be playing at Rochella 2015 festival in Seattle, so they're making waves and playing internationally.
They're a tremendous band.
I love that album.
Right. Just the two guys, Johnny O and Dave Sec. I recorded a video of them doing that song Medic, in the rehearsal space at Yogi's Meat Locker there a couple of years ago, and I swear it took me about 3 days to recover from it.
Really?
I felt like I've been standing in like a hurricane wind. Just the force that these two guys managed to get out of a bass guitar and a set of drums.
It's unbelievable.
And that song Medic in particular, which is from their first record from a
Self-titled.
year and a half ago. Self-titled record has always just been my favorite, but the latest record is great as well.
And so they would be one of your top. They're playing on the Saturday night of our next one, Ottawa Explosion, June 17th to 21st. They're playing Saturday night at 8 p.m.
Yeah, and the two other local bands that I would say at Explosion, which I'd highly recommend, are the Creeps. I had one of their songs, Cancer, on my Ottawa playlist in the Citizen at the end of the year last year. And then the White Wires, who were just in some way, a perfect band. They know exactly what they're trying to do, what they want to do. It seems to me these short, simple, catchy songs, like Pretty Girl and Ha Ha Holiday, and I just have all the time in the world for them.
So they'll be playing at Club Saw. The Ottawa Explosion Festival is June 17th to 21st. Like I said, you'll see bands at Club Saw, Mugshots, Avant-Garde, House of Targ. And so
at the Dom too.
The Dom. There's
wow.
some
Yeah.
concerts at the Dom.
Yes.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Dominion Tavern.
Yeah.
I could list who I want to see, but I won't be there. So I'd be in North by. There's a lot. I'm just looking at
Who do you want to see at Ottawa Explosion, or who should people see?
I think people should see this Montreal band who got signed to. I mean, they were on Montreal label called Fixtures, but now they're on Telephone Explosion, which is called Moss Line. It's not like those loud bands. It's very minimalistic pop, catchy tunes. They're really great. I think they're playing Avant-Garde on Saturday. Oh, this is a Telephone Explosion showcase with Soup Cans, Loud Band, Crosses. Their new album is amazing. It's crazy. Teen Anger, and I don't know who Mick Feature is.
And so that's a label from Montreal?
Yeah, no, it was Toronto label.
Okay.
Telephone Explosion. They
Okay.
were really out there. And I'm trying to think what band was it I mentioned. I mentioned to you Underground Railroad to Candyland. I don't know what date they're playing, but
I like that name. I think I
Yeah.
would go on that alone.
Well, I think there should be an award at the Explosion
Oh,
for
Bondi.
the best new band name, which has to go to the Ottawa band Baberham.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
See, that's one of the bands that I absolutely want to check out this year at
They're good at
Ottawa
live.
Explosion.
so is Bondar. But I mean,
Is Bondar Roberta Bondar?
yeah, it's
Yeah.
Roberta.
They
They
changed
just
their name to
changed it
Bondar.
because of
The
Did
band,
Roberta-
the band formerly known as Roberta Bondar.
Yeah.
which,
Right.
Did Roberta Bondar actually say something about that?
Yes.
No, they just changed it, but
Yeah,
because
no,
of that
it was.
interview, they did
I
supersede.
believe she did express some.
And just new members now too. I saw a
Interesting.
glimpse of it when they played at Ottawa, Ontario Scene, the free show at the
Okay.
outside Club Saw. New members, it's really better now than
Oh,
before.
really? Well, that's interesting.
6 members now.
So if you're interested in checking out Ottawa Explosion, I totally recommend it. You can go individually. There's $15 tickets for a lot of these nights to see White Wires outside of Club Saw, and then go in for later to see the Creeps for $15. Can
Yeah.
you go wrong with that?
Yeah.
On the 19th?
You cannot.
No, you can't go wrong with that.
Yeah.
If you want passes for the whole thing, $72 only. OttawaExplosion.blogspot.ca. For bands I'd want to see,
Tough Age.
I've already said. Pardon me? What was
Tough
that?
Age is playing Friday. I love Century Palms, a band I haven't seen, but they're really good live. White Wires, that's you mentioned. Sonic Avenues are good.
Steve Adamick Band. He's been
Yeah.
touring around the world as well, so that's going to be very interesting. So that's the Ottawa Explosion Festival for you. I hope you like it. We're going to be right back we're going to play another song, and then we'll be right back with our next festival.
Pourquoi t'as mis tes gants de latex pour jouer au bingo l'autre soir? Tu sais-tu, tu m'inquiètes parce que t'as même plus tes lunettes noires. La main est pleine, oui, elle est remplie de pots de fleurs. J'espère qu'à job c'est pareil parce que les égouts me lèvent le cœur. La glace est prête à carton, rapaloyer dans les stands. J'pense pas de faire capot à soir, mais tu fais quoi après game?
All right, so that song was from Fetnat, who is gaining a lot of steam in Ottawa. I hear about them all the time. They're playing a lot of shows. That song was Crosscheck and Amatonique Voyage.
That's right.
Because I think there's some French in them as well.
Yes.
And that song was chosen by Julie, and we're going to get into Julie's picks for the Dragonboat Festival, which is happening June 25th to 28th, and it's a free one. So
It's so a free event. There's